Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Moon. Sorry this one's late. I was busy watching WrestleMania. 17-time world champion John Cena, congratulations. This has been a bad year for sports records, though. Ovechkin breaking the NHL goal record, the aforementioned Lance Stroll, or John Cena, beating the WWE World Championship record, and Lance Stroll beating the record holder for most times out in Q1. That being said, Editor Chan, roll the intro. What's up? What's happening, guys? It's Moon. I am here to talk about Saudi Arabia, a GP that I kind of found boring. I think one event really sealed the whole GP, and that one event we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, so going into this, Saudi Arabia had a 100% success rate in putting out a safety car in race, and that would continue with this past week, as there's a safety car in the race, but we'll get into that when we get into the race. But first, qualifying head-to-head. So, when it comes to the qualifying head-to-head, who do we lose and where do we lose them? Q1, we lost Gabriel Bortoleto, Esteban Ocon in P19, Nico Hülkenberg in P18, P17 was Jack Doohan, P16 was Lance Stroll, and P15 was Ollie Bearman. Out in Q2, we had P14, Isaac Hadjar. Ollie Bearman would have been out in Q2, sorry. Isaac Hadjar in P14, P13, Fernando Alonso, P12, Liam Lawson, P11, Alex Albon, and that was it for that. Lando Norris with a big crash in Q3, meaning he qualified 10th. Pierre Gasly qualified 9th. Yuki Tsunoda qualified 8th. Lewis Hamilton qualified 7th. The Smooth Operator qualified 6th. Andrea Antonelli qualified 5th. 4th was Charles Leclerc. 3rd was George Russell. 2nd was Oscar Piastri. And the reverse jinx work as Max Verstappen gained pole position. So with that being said, let me go into my qualifying head-to-heads. Starting in reverse chronological like number 2. So, Max Verstappen has now out-qualified Yuki Tsunoda 3-0. Over at McLaren, Piastri has now taken the season lead 3-2 from teammate Lando Norris. Over at Mercedes, George Russell and Kimi Antonelli. Russell will take a 5-0 lead over Kimi, but I can't say George is dog-walking Kimi because Kimi's within a place or two every time, it seems, except for in Australia. He kind of got dog-walked in Australia, if we're being a little honest here. Next, for the Ferraris, we had Charles Leclerc. He outqualifies Lewis Hamilton, making it 4-1 in their qualifying. Carlos Sainz will make it 2-3 against Alex Albon. Or, well, 3-2, I guess. However you want to say that. For Alpine, Gasly will make it 5-0 against Doohan. For the Visa Cash App RB, Liam Lawson will score first as he outqualifies Hadjar 2-1. Fernando Alonso remains perfect against Lance Stroll, bringing his total 5-0. Bearman creeps back in within 1 of his series with Esti Besti, bringing his total to 3-2. And Nico Hülkenberg will take a 4-1 lead over Gabriel Bortoleto. So for pole, I said it was going to be Charles Leclerc, and I was wrong. Max Verstappen pulls out a pole out of his ass, but you know what? Happy to be wrong here. I was also wrong about what's it called? I was also wrong about the pole winner winning, but you know, I was just going off of current trends at that time. So in the race, corner 1, Max Verstappen cuts. They say he gains advantage, 5-second penalty. Even though unless I missed it, to me it looks close. I don't know if Piastri gave him enough room. Maybe he did. Maybe I'm stupid. But yeah. Yeah. And so yeah, Max was kind of pissed about that, and I say that penalty right there ruined the race for Max and kind of just made the race boring because Piastri just escaped and didn't look back, cruising to an easy victory for him, taking the championship lead over Lando Norris. All I'm going to say is stop calling Piastri the number 2 driver when he's outdoing your so-called number 1. I'm really impressed with Piastri. People are calling him overrated, but he can't win unless Lando or Max fumbles. Don't matter. He took advantage of the situation. I argue, I don't know if that should have been a penalty. Also, from reports after, Max could be facing, apparently, now I haven't seen this from legitimate sources, this is just chatter, could be facing penalty, a race ban, or loss of points in the Grand Prix, like of his points total, for criticizing the FIA. And if that is the case, Editor, insert the Nikita Kucherov, are you kidding me clip?
You kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Because no, that's a joke. If you can't say when the governing body is doing something wrong, again, I don't know if anything will come of that. If anything comes of it, I will report on it / say anything about it. But yeah. If that happens, that's a joke. And that FIA video might have to come sooner rather than later, if that is the case. All right, now let's get into the race results. The race head-to-head, if you will. The race results and the race head-to-head. So, for the race. With that first lap incident, Yuki Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly will DNF. In 18th, we had Gabriel Bortoleto. 17th, Jack Doohan. 16th, Lance Stroll. 15th, Nico Hülkenberg. 14th, Esti Besti. 13th, Ollie Behrman. 12th, Lawson. 11th, Fernando Alonso. 10th, Hajar. 9th, Albon. 8th, Sainz. 7th, Hamilton. 6th, Andrea Kimi Antonelli. And now for my predictions versus the actual. In P5, I said it would be Lando. It was not. I should have flipped them because George Russell ended up being P5. In P4, I predicted Russell. It was actually Lando. So, again, really, tough break for me there. Yeah, that sucks. In third, I said Carlos Sainz. Well, he scored points at least. He finally had a good weekend, but that one was wrong, as Chuck Leclerc came in at number 3. Number 2, I said it would have been Oscar Piastri, just because I didn't think he'd get pole, and I was right. He didn't get pole, but he ended up winning because of that 5-second penalty to Verstappen, who actually finished second. And in P1, I said it was going to be Leclerc, but I was wrong, as Piastri took the win. So now for the driver head-to-head for the race, starting as we normally do with the McLaren boys. Piastri will take the lead, saying fuck your championship aspirations to Lando Norris, taking a 3-2 lead from Lando. Max Verstappen will take a 3-0 lead to Yuki Tsunoda. Leclerc will take a 4-0 lead to Hamilton. For the Mercedes, Russell, again, he is perfect against Antonelli at 5-0, but again, they've been right close to each other. So, Sainz for Williams finally outraces his partner, making it 1-4. Hajar will outrace Liam to go 3-0 in their series. Alonso will take the lead against Stroll, going 3-2. Ollie Behrman will bring it back within 1 as he takes a 2-3 over Ocon. Nico Hülkenberg will take a 3-2 lead over Bortoleto. And Jack Doohan will outrace Gasly again, but because Gasly either got disqualified or didn't finish the race, so Doohan is yet to actually outrace him. But regardless, that's a 3-2. And for my driver of the day, I only got one. I gotta give it to Lando. Lando Norris, he was a good driver. He also got fastest lap. He had a good drive to recover from P10 to get to close to a podium. You gotta respect it. Again, might not be a fan of the guy, but I can respect game is game. Also, shout out to Charles. He ran a good race too, but yeah. Lando Norris, driver of the day. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.